Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to hang out with you for the next 15 to 20 minutes and talk about the 5 must-have social posts this December. Okay, so first though, I totally have to give a shout out to Aveline because my 6-year-old made these really fancy earrings for me. They're wine corks that she colored on with markers. And these are their debut, and she's going to be really proud of them as soon as I show her this video. Okay, so we spent the last 2 Facebook Lives talking about setting the stage for your Facebook Lives and thank you videos, and then Facebook Live logistics. And we're going to stay in the vein of social and talk about social posts. Okay, so give me a smiley face in the comments if you have already written all of your social posts and scheduled them for the month of December. See, like I ask you this because I always travel over Thanksgiving. And so I literally have to write every single thing and have it ready to go before I ever leave, or else I would miss Giving Tuesday. And that would be like a horrendous thing. So I always am planning ahead. And because I'm also traveling and I will be out next week, I am doing virtual office hours from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock tomorrow. So you can join me tomorrow, Friday the 20th from 11 o'clock and at 12 o'clock. If you want the link to those meetings, you can direct message me and we'll do that. Okay, so if all your posts are not written yet, I want to let you know that content for all of the types of posts that I'm going to be talking about today is available in the year-end giving email templates. For those of you of my Como Gives team, you guys already have all of these, and there's a link to these email templates inside of the Como Gives participant Facebook group. And for those of you who are not on my Como Gives team, all the types of posts that I'm going to talk about today and words that you can use in all of them are all available in the year-end giving email schedule and templates for $7. And see, I do this the same way that I tell you guys to do this. I write all my emails first, and then we take the stuff out of the emails because they're the biggest thing, right? And we roll it into our social media posts. And that's why all of the types of posts are actually inside of your emails. It's very fancy. So you can get them at mayecreate.com/year-end emails, or if you're a Como Gives person, you're going to go into the Como Gives participant Facebook group and voila, there you have it. And if you are a Como Gives person and you're watching right now, write Como Gives rules in, in the comments because I want to know that you're here. Okay, so I want to give you the lay of the land really quick before I dig all the way in. So people want to know how much they should post, right? So I want to tell you that you can post as many times as you want on Giving Tuesday. I mean, just post, post, post. You can post as many times as you want on the 30th of December and the 31st of December. Just keep posting, all right? You just can't post too much. And on those days, I want you to focus your posts on your why and your ask. And I will explain to you what that why post is in a minute. And between those days, in between Giving Tuesday and December 30th, I want you to love, love, love. And I want you to thank, and I want you to update. That's what I want you to focus on in between those days. So let's look at these awesome things. Boom. Close this thing. Okay, so post number 1, the first type of post that you're going to post, and I want you to post it like, oh my goodness, yesterday, is save the date. So you could post a save the date yesterday. You can also post a save the date like right before Giving Tuesday. And you're just doing this to remind people that this is coming and that it's happening. So you can also put a calendar invite in it. And I have a video about how to make a calendar invite. But yeah, so save the date posts. Make one right now, make one right before Giving Tuesday so that way nobody misses what you're up to. Okay. An example of save the date post here in these lovely notes is, hey, everybody, we're excited to announce the date of our Craft Beer and Carts virtual event. It's happening on August 5th at 5 p.m. and we'll provide you with more details in the coming weeks. And if you had to save the date, then you could say, click here to save the date, right? And if you guys want these notes, then just put notes, write notes, literally just notes in the comments, and I will direct message you this thing that I'm looking at right here. Okay, so you can have all kinds of different images in there. You could use photos from last year. You could have pictures of you guys celebrating. Use original images whenever you can. Yeah, because even the crappiest original image is still an original image. Okay, so the next type of post is your why. Now, this is the type of post that you're going to make a lot of on December 30th, December 31st, and Giving Tuesday. And the reason that we're going to focus on it those days is because Giving Tuesday creates a lot of momentum for you, and people are likely to make a donation then. And the last 2 days of the year are the last 2 days of the year. And so they give you a deadline for people, and people act very well under deadlines. And so we want to make posts about our big why on those days. So this is like the amazing thing that you do. Like, tell the story of people that you've helped. Talk about like what your year-end giving campaign did to help your community last year. Talk about what the donations will allow you to do. Like, what are you going to do with the donations this year? What are your plans? And then always include personal images. We want images of people's faces in these posts. That's an important thing. So here's an example of an image, and that post goes with this 17-year-old jock on his new, or this is 17-year-old jock on his new mobility cart. Jock became ill around 9 years ago and has a fractured leg and paralysis that left him immobile. Now Jock is driving all over the village and loving his newfound mobility thanks to his mobility cart. And it's not too late to sponsor. And then we have, a link to the Facebook event and that kind of stuff. Speaking of links, okay. So Jason and Race and I just got to a big discussion, big, meaning like 5-minute discussion about whether or not you should have a link to where someone can donate on every single social post that you make during December. And so let me show you what Jason is so amazing. He's like, and so I did some research. And so he came to me, and let me make this big so you can see it. He says that Social Sprout says that page links are surfaced to people who will be the ones they find worth their time. Falcon says that Facebook has made strides in reducing content that's clickbait, but if you don't post spammy links, you're okay. And then Buffer says that Facebook's algorithm now favors link posts as long as it's not spammy links. So what we're feeling right now is that every social post that you make, if you are running a month-long campaign, should have a link to your donation page in that link. Here's my mentality, or in that post, here's my mentality behind it. Like, if I make a post and it's the only one that someone sees that month and I don't have a link in it, then basically I'm expecting them to know where they're going to go to make their donation, and they're not going to know. And I can't expect them to like Google search for it. So I feel like I should have that in every post. So I say go big, right? Even if it doesn't show to quite as many people, every single one of those people had the opportunity to not have to go someplace and click and donate. So there you go. So in these why posts, the ones that you're going to make on Giving Tuesday, on the 30th and the 31st of December, you're going to have pictures of people, right? You could have videos. Yes, people, videos of people. We want people's faces in these posts in particular. Okay. Your next type of post, post 3, is the countdown post. So you can have a countdown post on Giving Tuesday saying X number of hours before Giving Tuesday is over. You can also have these types of posts on, you could use it as your save the date post, quite frankly. You can also put them on December 30th and December 31st, showing people like, hey, there is a deadline. There is urgency. That's what you are doing with this post, is creating urgency. All right. So yeah, and you can use like memes and other things here. You don't necessarily have to have pictures, but I mean, how hard is it? Like, just make a sign, put it up. You know what I mean? Like in your post, it's not hard to do this type of junk, and it catches people's attention, and it's better than the stuff that just everybody's already seen before in someone's feed. So countdown post, that's a third type of post. Okay. So the fourth type of post you're going to make is a thank you post. Thank you posts are really, really, really important. You're going to make them, absolutely make one on December 2nd. Thank you post, December 2nd. And then you're going to make them also through like between December 2nd and December 29th. And I want you in those social media posts to focus less on ask, and more on a passive ask. Like you're reminding them that you're still running this campaign, but you want them to stay tuned in. You want them to root for you. You want them to feel like they're part of your team. That's what these posts are about. So, in the thank you posts, you could have staff members holding a thank you sign. You could do pictures of your puppies. Basically, you just want to make it so that way they know how incredibly grateful you are. And always including people are awesome. You could have a video of everybody jumping up and down and celebrating. Do it, right? So lots of thank you posts throughout the month. All right. So then highlights. Highlights are my fifth type of post that you must make. Okay. So your highlight posts, I know this sounds strange that you're going to tell them, maybe it doesn't sound strange. Maybe it seems totally normal to you, but you need to let them know where you're at towards your goal and what's going on, right? So you're going to share the numbers, and you can also share what's going on behind the scenes. I really wish that we had the opportunity to do this more with Como Gives, but it's kind of, we're going to do some Facebook Lives this year, but it's not like I can just be like, here's Jason, he's working really hard, or here's Monica, she's working really hard. That's not quite how we have Como Gives set up. But you have staff members and they're working really hard. And so you can be like, hey, here's such and so. And look at her. She's making the social media posts to talk to you guys. Here's so-and-so. She's making her phone calls. Or here's, you could do, if you have little tchotchkes or something that you get as a donation, you can open them up, have a unboxing post where you have a video of somebody opening a box and taking all these things out of it that people sent as donations to you, right? So these are highlights posts. Now, I want to show you really quickly from last year's Como Gives campaign, so 2019. Here is a highlight post telling them how much money we'd raised. This was just like a fun one. Here's another highlight post. So these are the most engaging posts. These are the ones that people most commented on or liked or shared. The highest reach posts, the ones that reach the most people, were an update post, an update post, and an update post. And then the most shared ones were update post, update post. Like these are those highlights, right? Where you're just telling them, here's where we're at, here's where we're going. Thank you so much for being a part of this. This is totally great. So honestly, before we reviewed the data from last year's Como Gives social media posts, I would not have thought this was true, but people love it when you keep them in the loop. So keep them in the loop. Okay, so those are my 5 types of posts that I need you guys to make, and you need to make for yourselves for this December. Now, I'm going to go just list them off one more time. And if you guys want the notes, once again, type notes into the comments and I will direct message you my notes. Aren't these pretty? Isabella made them. They're so nice. Okay, so first type of post is a save the date. You need to do a save the date now, do a save the date right before Giving Tuesday, reminding people. Okay, the big why. There's so many different ways that you can explain why your organization does what it does. And we really need to focus on doing this on Giving Tuesday, December 30th and December 31st. Those are like just the big ask days that I find people are most likely to give. But if you're doing something in the middle of the month, by all means, do it then too. Okay, so then countdown posts. This is going to create urgency. We can do these before Giving Tuesday and on December 30th and December 31st. Get them then. Okay. Thank you posts. Remember, lots of thank you posts. You absolutely must make a thank you post on December 2nd and on in the very first week of January, and let people know how great they are and how amazing they are. And you're going to show your gratitude throughout the entire month, especially between December 2nd and December 29th, because that's how you're going to keep them engaged and let them know that they're part of this event that you're having. I say event, campaign. And then the 5th type of post are your highlight posts. And you can also call them update posts. These are our best posts in Como Gives, where we tell people the stuff that's going on in the data and all that awesomeness. Whew. Okay, so 2 reminders here for you before I jump off. One is that remember that if you're part of Como Gives, you can find outlines for all of these types of posts inside of your email templates. You get those email templates out on the Como Gives participant page. If you're not a Como Gives person, you can get all of this awesomeness over on the May Create website. It is $7, and all the stuff that you need, you can just copy and paste words and put your own spin on them. And it's so much fun. I actually edited someone's just yesterday. They like sent over their emails and they paid me to edit them. And I was like, this is so cool to see how you took my work and made it into something that was going to like really work for you. I was just so super flattered. And then last but not least, tomorrow, I have office hours. These are free office hours. And if you want to join me and anyone else who comes, I have a group at 11 o'clock and a group at 12 o'clock. Just DM me, and or you can just put in the comments office hours, and then I will direct message you the links to join those meetings, so that way you can ask questions about your emails or ask questions about your social media. Yeah, because we're going to get this like year-end giving thing all squared away, all under control. You guys are going to be so confident this year. It's going to be amazing. All right, friends, did I talk fast enough? Did I like actually reach your expectations in these 16 minutes and 26 seconds? Did I teach you something new? I hope so. Because it's like my biggest pet peeve when people go live and they're like, I'm going to teach you something. And then like 40 minutes later, you're like, what? I haven't learned anything yet. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I really, really respect and appreciate your time. And I hope that you have an amazing year-end giving season. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.